which comes in the basket when we start meditating regularly.
Your voice is not audible.
I'm just checking to make sure I didn't lose connection.
No, actually, I think Shimna got a bad connection, so she dropped. She will be joining back, so please stand by.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I think I got disconnected. So we'll just continue with the session. Hari Bhaiya, I hope you can hear me right now.
Yes, it's perfect. Thank you for joining
Okay,
back.
good. So can you just enable screen sharing for me and make me the co-host?
Yes. Sorry about it. Yeah. It's not. Can you try now?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Participants, thank you for your patient waiting. It's really nice of you. Just give me a couple of moments. Okay, so I think we are good right now. So I have been practicing for quite some time Sage Yoga and enjoying the outcome of this meditation. It has been a blissful journey, and therefore, in a very beautiful way, we try to reach out to others too, so that they too enjoy this balanced state and the well-being in our life. Okay, so Sage Yoga Meditation is pretty much a volunteer-driven non-profit organization with that simple human-to-human love without expectation, as it says in the slide. We have the photo of Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who started Sage Yoga meditation in 1970 by opening the seventh chakra, which is on the top of our head, which is called as the Sahasrara chakra. And then in her benevolence, in her love for the whole universe, so that people experience and get connected to this all-pervading power, she traveled to around 80 countries, giving self-realization to masses. So there used to be thousands and thousands of people who flocked to her sessions, and they used to get the self-realization and this connection with the all-pervading power. So we have these meditation centers now going on in around 120 countries, and everywhere the self-realization and the resulting meditation, the knowledge, everything is given free of cost. Because according to Sri Mataji, connecting oneself with the divine power, which has created us, is not something you can buy by paying a price. It is something which you get with that pure desire to connect with the one who has created us, who has given us this life. So that is the beauty of Sage Yoga. And with this beauty, we try to experience our own inner self and enjoy our own well-being. Okay. More about Srimataji, maybe we can see later. But she is the founder of Sage Yoga. And through her, we have received this knowledge, which we share. Through her, we get the self-realization, which we impart by her grace to others. Now to the basics. Now, when you see our life currently, we all talk about stress. We all talk about our attention being on things which are none of our concern. So somewhere we are drawn towards other things which are really not about our well-being. We go through posts which are none of our concern. And all these are somewhere or the other stored in our head, and our attention goes into things which really don't matter to us, but which keep on generating thoughts, concerns, illusions in our mind. And these thoughts are so much in our mind that we lose the peace. And even if we don't do any physical activity, we feel exhausted, we feel stressed out, we feel tired all the time because our mind is continuously thinking. Now, for our simple understanding, we should know that these thoughts, they come either from the past or from the future. If your attention is on what you're doing right now, you're listening to me, do you have thoughts in your mind? No, because your attention is on what you're doing right now. That is the state we should be in always. Our attention should be in the reality which is happening right now. So in that reality, there are no thoughts. So when we are always in thoughts, that means that our connection with the present, our connection with the reality is deluded by some kind of imagination, illusion, or thoughts of whatever has already happened or what is going to happen, with neither of which is in our hands. Because these thoughts of the past is not going to help us. It's already over, done with. Thoughts of the future doesn't help us because it's what is going to come. So if they are thoughts of the past experiences which help us, which are good in some way and motivate us, then it's good. If there are thoughts of the future which help us to plan efficiently, then it's fine. So there might be thoughts within us, that amount which is necessary. But nowadays you see that there are extreme levels of these thoughts, which is a matter of concern. So the mind elevating effortlessly to a state of quietude, tranquility, seems very difficult. Though we understand rationally, logically that what I'm saying is correct, our attention should be in the present, we are not able to attain it effortlessly. Our mind again gets absorbed in thoughts. That's when Sahaja Yoga comes into the picture, where we understand what our subtle system is. Now, till now, when we have problems with our physical body, we run to the doctor or we try our own small methods of cure. When we have mental, emotional problem, we try to relax ourselves using different methods. Or again, we end up with a psychologist or some kind of, we might ask support from our friends, parents, people around. Or try to relax watching some program, going out, being with nature, being with children. We try different relaxation techniques. Now, in Sage Yoga, we understand our subtle system, which consists of mainly 3 nervous systems, 3 channels, and 7 energy centers, which are called as chakras. Now, this subtle system is what controls or manages our physical body, our emotional state, and our mental state. Now, when this subtle system is well nourished and well looked after, then our physical state and mental, emotional state is in good balance. But when there are imbalances in this subtle system, there are blocks in this energy centers, then we experience some kind of a discomfort physically, mentally, or emotionally. So the more we understand the subtle system, the more we try to understand our state, the more we know thyself, we slowly start mastering ourselves. We slowly start understanding ourselves. And the more the awareness towards ourselves, the more the positive change. We start doing things which are more important for our own well-being. And our awareness, our attention goes into things which are for our welfare. And it is drawn away from things which are of no use to us, no purpose to us. Okay. Now, this subtle system, which is residing in the body, it has a left parasympathetic nervous system, which runs through the left part of our body, which is shown as a thin line on the left-hand side in this picture. Then on the right, we have a right parasympathetic nervous system, which is called as the right channel or the right nadi in Sanskrit, that takes care of our right side. And then we have a central nervous system called as the autonomous nervous system or the Shimna nadi or the sympathetic channel, which takes care of, which is in the central system along the spinal cord. Now, this left channel takes care of our past, our desires, our emotional state. The right channel takes care of our future, our power of action, and is also related to our physical side. The central channel takes care of the present and gives us balance. Okay, so this is in very simple, in a nutshell, the information about the subtle system. Now, in this picture, at the lowermost area, there is shown an inverted triangle in which there is a coiled form shown. Now, I'll talk about this. Now, actually, when we are in the womb of our mother, the life-giving energy or the life-giving divine comes through or enters through the top of our head into our system and goes and settles as the spirit in our heart. From that, there is a residual energy which goes and settles in the inverted triangular bone, which is called the sacrum bone by the Greeks because they knew it was sacred. There it goes and settles as a 3.5 coiled energy, which is referred to often as a motherly energy. In Sanskrit, it is referred to as a kundalini energy. Kundal means coil. Since it's a motherly energy, ni is added to it. So that is the energy which goes and settles in the sacrum bone. Now, when a baby is born, you would notice that the top part of the head is very soft. It's very delicate. But as the child grows up, as he becomes more and more connected with the worldly ways and starts feeling that I-ness and many things like emotions, fear, jealousy, all these things, greed, and other things, needs, start settling within him. Slowly, the top portion of our head gets calcified. And this connection with the all-pervading power is not there. And the spirit in our heart and this motherly energy in the sacrum bone both go into a state of sleep. This is what happens in our life. So around 8 to 12 years of age, this calcification takes place. And then the top portion, you find that no more is it delicate or soft, it is hardened. Now, through Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, when we get our self-realization, by her grace, this motherly energy within us is again awakened. She rises through the channel, through the energy centers, awakens the spirit in our heart, and again further rises through the channel, through the energy centers, and again opens this frontal bone area at the top and connects us back with the all-pervading power. And this is something we experience. So it is not just talk, but it is an experience which we have to feel, which we feel. Okay, so this is what this self-realization is about. Again, regaining that connection with our spirit, with the all-pervading power. Now, when this motherly energy starts rising, she goes through the channel You see those small colored circles along this channel, the central channel. These are the energy centers or the chakras, which are nothing but groups of nerves. Okay. Now, these groups of nerves have at times blockages, which are created due to our habits, due to our mental state, due to our behavioral, habitual things, which might be not good for us. If they are not good, then it creates blocks in those energy centers. Now, when she rises, she very soothingly, very gently, she tries to remove these blocks in these chakras, in these nadis, that is the channels, and she rises and rises further and comes out through the phonetal bone area. This happens automatically. That is why it's called as autonomous nervous system. The central channel is called as autonomous nervous system. So after this happens, what follows is this motherly energy. She is only concerned about our well-being, about our connection with our spirit. So as and when we continue with our life, with our normal life, she rises, she clears the blocks which come again and again, and then she clears us out and connects us more and more with the all-pervading power. So that is why we experience a change, because she starts clearing us, cleansing us. And then slowly we notice changes, positive changes within us. Now, what is the experience of change? Here it says in general about new ideas, regulating our behavior, the strong desire for change. Yes, all these are there. So the strong desire to attain our spirit, to feel our spirit on the top of our head, to again connect with this all-pervading power for our own well-being is what brings about this change. And once you attain that, then it is about sustaining that change. And when you talk about sustaining that change or the sustenance, then comes the discipline part of it, where we support this motherly energy to bring about that clearance of the energy centers and the channels, and slowly elevating us, helping our ascent towards our well-being. So what is that discipline which we need? That discipline is sitting calmly for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and before we sleep in the night and meditating, effortless. So when we meditate, when we sit calm, she is able to rise up easily and connect us more and more with the spirit. That is why that calm sitting without any thoughts is very important, which is called as meditation. Okay? Because otherwise, throughout the day, we are always on the run. Our attention is here and there. So again, that attention will change the state of the energy centers and the nadis. But when we start doing this in the morning for 5 to 10 minutes or before sleeping for 5 to 10 minutes, what happens? Again and again, we connect with the spirit. And that slowly starts causing that internal change within our subtle system, which becomes more and more healthy. More and more awareness is created towards the divine, towards positive things which are for our welfare. And we notice that this change brings about an ability to take decisions. It gives us clarity and clearness. So confusion is removed. Normally these days we find that people are confused, whether it be youngsters, adults, any age group. That confusion comes because our attention is so drawn out into very many things. But the more our awareness is towards ourselves, we know what is good for us. Exactly. So that removes the confusion within us. So that gives us the ability to correct ourselves, to know that, okay, this one is not good for me, better not pay attention out there. Better not do that. It's not going to be good. So slowly you start mastering yourself. And as you master yourself, your ability to become a leader, to guide yourself, it improves. Okay? And this comes from this green area which is shown in the subtle system. This is called as the void, Bhavasagar in Sanskrit. Okay? So this area, as it's enlightened, nourished by this motherly energy, and it clears, pretty much there is a change which is brought about within us. many positive changes. Only a few are listed out here. The basket of goodies is too many to list in the small slide. It is something which we experience from within, and slowly we understand that there is something very good happening within us, and we start respecting that. Now, how much ever I talk, this experience when felt, then only the true beginning of change happens. And that change can be sustained through regular meditation. So this basic understanding, if we have, then there's nothing more needed. Now, when we talk about getting self-realization, the only thing which Shrimataji has told, you can't pay and get, you can't buy the divine power. Then what is required? The only thing which is required is your deep desire to connect with the all-pervading power which has created us, to connect with the spirit which is residing in our heart, to be in that well-being state. So when we have this pure desire, the desire itself works it out. Okay? Now, when we talk about change, the only thing which can limit our change is when we know that something positive has happened and then we still do not regulate ourselves or sustain that change, when we are not confident enough, when we fall into conditionings. Oh, today I'm feeling very tired and sleepy, let me do it tomorrow. So we give in to these kind of distractions. Or even though we feel the positive change, yet we are confused whether to take it or not. Or we are tempted by our own usual habits, usual way of thinking, and we are pretty much in that zone and we wish to continue there. But I'm sure that when your welfare is your main concern, and when the strong desire to connect with the all-pervading power is there, that kind of drives that change within you. Okay? So now we start off the session with a small prayer from our heart. Now, when I say from our heart, prayers always made from the heart have a special connect. Why? Because in heart resides the Atma Tattva, the spirit, which is all about purity, which is all about honesty. So whenever we pray from the heart, there is a purity in it. There is an honesty in it. So now, let us join hands, or if you want to keep your hands open on your lap, that is also well and good. We close our eyes so that our attention doesn't go outside, but it is as much as possible within us. Now, we pray from our heart that we connect with our spirit. We connect with the all-pervading power which is there around us. We ask this from our heart. Oh, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please establish me in my self-realization. Today, we'll be going through all the steps of self-realization. So now, first thing, our left channel, which is connected to the pure desire, the desiring, the power of desire, that we keep on our lap with the palm open, as shown in the picture. Okay, you can open your eyes, take a look at the picture, and again close your eyes. Now, the right hand, which indicates the power of action, that we place it on our heart, the left side of our chest where the heart is, and we slowly close our eyes. Now here we say a few affirmations, a few prayers. Mother, I want to be connected with my spirit. I want to be one with my spirit. I want to fill my heart with all the qualities of the spirit, of the Atma, with love, compassion, and joy, with all the absolute things. Now, please feel your hands. Please pay attention to where your hands are there. That is where it is placed, the heart. And silently keep your attention on your heart. Now we keep our right hand below our chest on the left side. If you have any doubt, you can open your eyes and take a look at the slide and again close your eyes. Now, this is the position where our void, a part of our void, there we are keeping our hand, and therefore we pray that we experience the positive change. Mother, please let me experience the positive change in me. Mother, please let me experience peace, satisfaction, joy within me. Please make me my own master. Now we place our right hand straight down below our stomach, where our torso joins the thighs. Okay, so below the stomach area below the abdominal area on the left-hand side. You can open your eyes and look at the screen and again close your eyes. Now here, the different chakras have different aspects. Now the chakra which is there out here near the lower abdominal area, it is connected with our attention, with pure knowledge, and also the pure desire. So we close our eyes. Pay attention to where our hand is kept. And here we pray from our heart. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Please remove all my negative thoughts and ideas. Please soothe my attention. Please give me a positive attention and positive growth. All these prayers from our heart, that absolute faith and trust that these prayers are for your welfare and for connecting with our own spirit, which resides in our heart. Mother, please cleanse me of all the negative thoughts which pull me down, the negative ideas which delude me. Please give me a positive attention, the pure knowledge, the positive growth. Please keep your attention on where your hand is. Now slowly again we keep the hand back on our heart. Now here we again pray, Mother, please remove all my fears, all my insecurity and anxiety. Please give me trust of myself and my abilities. May I feel safe, protected, and loved. Mother, please connect me with the Spirit. Mother, please connect me with the pure Spirit in my heart. Please give me all the qualities of the Spirit which resides in my heart. Please pay attention to where your hand is. Now slowly take your hand and keep it on the left side where your neck joins the shoulder, and turn your head towards the right. Keep your eyes closed. Here, we pray that, Mother, please give me pure self-esteem and self-respect. I am my own support. I want to be respectful towards myself and towards everyone. So please remove any guilt in me, because guilt takes away the peace of our mind. So any guilt is not going to help us. So please remove any guilt in me. Please raise me in my self-esteem and self-respect. Mother, by your grace, I am my own support. I support myself. And I'm not guilty at all. I'm not guilty at all. I am the self-esteem, the self-respect. And therefore, I'm not guilty at all. Guilt creates fear in us, insecurity in us, concerns in us, disturbs our peace of mind. So with full confidence, say, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. If we ever feel guilty, then we can either correct whatever mistake we have done or ensure that we don't do the same mistake again. But guilt itself is of no help to us, the feeling of guilt. So with full confidence and understanding, say, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Next, we slowly raise this hand to our forehead, bend our head a little. Okay? Keep your eyes closed. And here we say, Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. Now, why this prayer? Because if we don't forgive our situations or people, there is anger which builds inside us, which takes away our peace of mind. And slowly we don't feel that connect with the goodness, with kindness, with the spirit. So the more the power of forgiveness, the more peace within us. Because that anger is not going to help us in any way. Nor is it going to harm the one we are angry with. It only eats us and disturbs us. So from our heart, we will pray that, Mother, please give me the power of forgiveness, the power to forgive myself and everyone else. I let go. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. I let go. I let go of my thoughts. I let go of all negative things. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Now we take our hand to the top of our head. Keep the palm of our right hand exactly over the center of the top of the head. Press it nicely. The fingers facing upwards. Okay. Now here, since there are 7 energy centers, we rotate our right hand 7 times in the clockwise direction. Very calmly and gently. As we rotate, we keep our attention on the top of the head. Okay? We firmly press the palm of our hand on the center of the top of the head and start rotating the scalp, not the hair, but the scalp, in the clockwise direction 7 times. And as we rotate, we pray from our heart, Oh Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please establish me in my self-realization. Please, may I feel the connection with my spirit, with the all-pervading power. May I feel the thoughtless state. This prayer from the heart, with our attention on the top of the head, we very humbly and very lovingly ask this of our motherly energy from Shri Mataji with our heart, and slowly raise our hand a few inches above the head. Say some 6 to 7 inches above the head. Raise it and just keep the hand out there and feel the top of the head. Is there anything coming out of the head which you can feel on your hands? Just feel the top of the head on your hand. Can you feel a light coolness or some kind of a pull? Sometimes it is warmth, but you're certain to feel something. Now take the hand a little closer to the top of the head, say 1 or 2 inches above the head. Now try to feel the top of the head. You can feel something out there. So this is the opening of the Sahasrara chakra, which we have experienced. Now again, we raise the hand a little higher. Again, we lower it. So move it gently up and down, and you can feel the flow of the energy. Now bring the hand onto your lap. And now keep both the hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the attention on top of your head, the center of the top of your head, and sit quietly for a few minutes. Slowly open your eyes. Just feel your hands. Are you able to feel something on your hands, which I had talked at the beginning of the session? Now we humbly bow down to Shri Mataji and thank her for our experience. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for giving us our self-realization, for connecting us with our spirit, with the all-pervading power. Thank you. Now, if you will allow for 2 minutes, I would like to share a speech of Shri Mataji. And I request you to keep your attention on the top of the head and then listen to the speech. I know we are a little overboard with time, but I make a humble request.
Personality which will really help and care for others. It's not just talking, it's not just reading, it's not just following some false guru, but it is following yourself, which is to show that you are your own master. You become your master and you know everything about everything. This is the potential in all of you. As I said, it is not only for few people, it's not for only black-white people, but it's also meant for people who are uneducated, who are living in the villages, who are very simple people. It works for all of them, and when it works, you will be amazed how it transforms you and transforms others. And you become so confident about yourself. You don't doubt yourself because there's an absolute knowledge on your fingertips. It is something that is within you which you should achieve. Of course, for this you should know that so far you have not known, so you have to know. As long as you have this attitude, it would work out. I cannot force, Sahaja cannot force on anyone self-realization. It cannot be forced. It has to be asked for. Unless and until you knock the door, it won't work out. It works out for people only who really want it and who want to become self-realized. As a result, you don't have any responsibilities. It's only the responsibility of the all-pervading power that does everything for you, that looks after you, that guides you and takes you to the right places, to the right situations, and guides you in such a manner that you are amazed. How is it? How is it working? How is it working out? There will be no meaning left to any miracles. But these miracles are not like taking out a diamond and things like that. But it's a miracle how the circumstances will change, how people will change, how you will become such a joyous, lovable personality. On this subject, I don't know how many lectures I have given, and there's no end to it. But I would say that you should take your realization and go into our programs, whatever they have, and grow into it. Because you take some time to grow, like a seed sprouts, but it takes time to become a tree. But hardly 1 month at the most. And don't have to pay there also, again I'll tell you. Nothing has to be paid. You just give some time to yourself and it will work out. When you have mastered it, you'll be amazed what you can do. A month at the most. Some people just get it and they don't have to do anything, just they know. But most of the people have to do it. It improves everything, your thinking capacity, in the sense your brains get enlightened. You become a very large-hearted personality. And other things that we think of prosperity and all that, all comes through. This I'm just telling you, like your mother would like to give a castor oil with little chocolate on top. But main thing is you must know yourself how great you are. That is what every mother wants her child to know. That's my only desire is in America, if it spreads. In that manner, it will all be a great thing, a great boon for the whole world. May God bless you.
So we thank Srimataji for that enlightening speech and for the experience we have had. And we just look at our hands and we understand that the nerve endings which are there on the fingertips, on the palm of our hands, the experience which we are having tells us about the state of our subtle system, the different energy centers which are connected to different fingers. So the more about this we will be coming to know in the consecutive sessions as we join more and more sessions. The more knowledge we gain about the subtle system, we'll understand what is happening. Okay, and then we will understand what a beautiful journey of mastering ourselves, knowing ourselves it is. And then life becomes a joy because we are, after all, with our own self. The more we get connected to the spirit, the more we get connected to our own beautiful qualities. The beautiful journey begins. Okay, so with this, I end today's session. In case you wish to share anything with us, please do. Please take a look at the chat where the link to WhatsApp group and other information is given. So please note that down. And in case you wish to share your experiences or ask any questions, you may. So Joe, how was your experience? Welcome, Ashrat.
Yes, it was very powerful. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Good to know that. So is there something you want to ask or you want to say more?
Let's see. So we do this, how often do we meet?
So the session, okay, the session is there for the next 3 days. Okay.
The next 3 days.
Yes. And after that also, there are sessions or information you will get on the WhatsApp groups. Once you join using the link which is shared on the chat, there they will share further information about the sessions. Consider the sessions which are regularly conducted. So you can join the sessions too.
We
Okay.
also have a daily session at 6 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Central Time.
Every day?
Yeah, every day after the 7-day program.
Okay.
This program is until Sunday, until this Sunday, and we have 3 times a day this program. And the special program in the evening is a music meditation with music. So Joe, I think you will definitely enjoy that. So probably you can try one of these 4 days, next 3 days, 4 days.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Danica Denson, have you joined for the first time? Would you like to share something with us?
Hi, yes, this is my first time joining. This was really
Okay, I thought so. You joined a little late, I believe. So are you, I mean, how was your experience? Did you feel good?
Yes, it was a really beautiful experience. I felt really good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Good to know that. So yeah, we expect to see you in the next 3 sessions which we are holding, and I hope you continue the meditation because, as I told you before, to sustain is very important. We experience the change, but to sustain the change and to rise more and more into that awareness of the spirit, that is where our growth lies. That is where the positive growth lies. So I hope you're all able to sustain and enjoy the sustenance and the ascent towards the spirit more and more every day. Okay. On that note, thank you. Welcome, Cynthia. Good to know that. We'll come to the end of the session. So Hari Bhaiya, thanks to you for supporting us. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the session.
Okay. Yeah, just wondering what time we have a session in the afternoon?
Afternoon, 10 a.m. Pacific and noon Central Time.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you.
And I also kept the information in the chat. If you want to just copy it, it will give you a lot of information here.
Okay.
Nisar, Nisar and AG108, would you like to tell something? Yeah, Nisar, welcome. Would you like to say something?
Yes, ma'am. This was, very, very soothing. And I think just the way you explained everything at the beginning, it kind of, set the tone. So, just want to thank you for your selfless service and, helping with this process.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah, welcome. But I would like to point out very, what you can say, from the heart, that it is Shri Mataji whom we have to thank, because she is the one who did all the work. We are just enjoying reaping the harvest and just repeating her words, just spreading the knowledge and the experience. So it's actually, we are just enjoying this experience of sharing. The work was all hers. So we thank her. Okay, anyways, thank you, Nisar, sir, for sharing your experience and letting us know how you felt.